What's up, bosses? This week we're talking to a man who shares such an incredible story, it's almost unbelievable, and we're showcasing two new truck models, breaking down all the new features they come with. So let's get rolling. Truck manufacturers may be a bit behind getting new models rolled out, but you can still see the new rigs and all the bells and whistles they come with right here on the Truck Boss Show. The newest Truck Boss Show team member Brittany Joyner shows us what you can expect from the latest Peterbilt and Kenworth models.
How's it going, bosses? Brittany here with the Truck Boss Show. Even if you've only been in the business a hot minute, everyone knows Peterbilt and Kenworth are titans in the trucking industry, and everyone has their favorite. So if you're in the market for a new truck or just adding to your wish list, you're going to want to buckle up as we show you the 411 on the latest and greatest features that come on these Class 8 beauties. First up is the Kenworth T680.
For the past 8 years in this series, there hasn't been a lot of changes, until now, taking this semi to a new generation of semis. Aerodynamics is, as we all know, one of the major key factors to fuel efficiency. The engineers at Kenworth took note of Newton's third law on friction and reduced the wind resistance significantly. Unlike sports cars, they couldn't sacrifice size, so instead they focused on the less sexy but very important undercarriage. The payoff? 6% higher fuel efficiency and a smoother ride. You might not feel like you're floating on air, but now the underneath won't slow you down. Additionally, grille widths and cab height were increased, but in such a way that the innovative ducting system only added to the airflow. While increasing the size of some things, Kenworth reduced the gap of your tractor trailer by 38 to 42 inches, making for a much shorter wheelbase. Along with the aerodynamic improvements, let's take a look under the hood. The newly named EPA 2021 Pacar MX-13 engine contributes to fuel efficiency numbers, making big savings out of a myriad of small changes.
Want the luxurious feel of a new Mercedes? Let's check out the interior.
Wood-grade accents and leather-stitched designs contrast against the dark interior. But if you're looking for cutting-edge bells and whistles of the future, you want to check out the new digital display and smart wheel. In this area, customization and safety stand at the forefront of what some are nicknaming the glass cockpit. This is clearly not your father's semi. With nearly 50 customizable display options, you can see as much or as little status updates as you want. Using the smart wheel, you can intuitively scroll through everything from torque to temperature, or simply save your driver's profile with the info that you want. Autonomous trucking is a long way off, but driver-assisted technologies are already here. Torque-assisted steering will cut down on fatigue when driving at slower speeds. And safety features such as lane keeping, adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation, side object detection, and lane departure warning will be worth their weight in gold when navigating in and around pesky four-wheelers and warding off potential disasters.
This jewel-worthy Kenworth T680 is already making a splash, but don't forget Peterbilt also upped their game with the Pete 579. Be sure to look for that preview next week, and a huge shout out to Western Flyer Express for letting us come out and check out their new rigs. That's it for this segment of the Truck Boss Show. We'll see you on the next one. Back to you guys in the studio.
Join us in welcoming Brittany to the team. We know you guys will love her just as much as we do. Now, this is just our first review of new models, so hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
Carlin, this next story is about a trucker's brave and unbelievable story that he only had seconds to think quick in order to save his life. So let's go with our friend, Ronnie Link.
How's it going, everyone? Isela here with the Truck Boss Show. And well, today we have a special guest with an interesting story. You know, everybody who is in the trucking industry, of course, 2020, it wasn't an easy year, I don't think, for all of us.
The 19th of December, I was just outside of Galesburg, Illinois, heading to Monmouth, Illinois, which is next town over. I was going to pick up a load of called brown grease. I was just leaving Galesburg, and I'd passed a semi, and my power inverter, is what they told me, exploded behind my seat. The entire cab was engulfed, and at least what I thought, the entire cab was on fire, but it was just me.
Oh my goodness.
70 miles an hour out in Hammerley. So,
wow.
I could see out the driver's side window of my truck, so I put it in the median. So I hit the median probably about 70, and I'm literally burning. So I open the door and I'm getting ready to jump. I'm standing on the step of the truck and there's a lot of oncoming traffic. I knew if it was my time, it was my time, not theirs. And if I jumped, God knows where that truck and trailer would have went. I couldn't live with myself if it hurt somebody else. You know what I mean? So I crawled back in the cab with no intentions to ever come out. It could have very well been the end of the line. So I crawled back in the flames. Like I said, I can't see, so I pulled up out of the median. I crossed 2 lanes of traffic, 2 shoulders, into the ditch, into an embankment, into a tree line, then a barbed wire fence to a cornfield.
Oh my goodness.
The barbed wire fence is stretching like a rubber band around my bumper. So I opened the door to jump, and I can't because the fence hasn't passed my steps yet. So I knew if I jumped, I would get rolled up into the fence, and God knows, what had happened at that point. So I'm sitting here still burning and waiting for this fence to go by. So it goes by, and I reach over with my right hand to set the tractor and trailer brakes because I'm still running 45, 50 miles an hour. And I set the brakes before I jumped. Of course, when I set the brakes, the trailer's jackknifing. And of course, it's jackknifing on the driver's side where I jumped. So my hands are blistered, my forearms are blistered, my fingers are twice the size of normal as soon as I hit the ground. So I had to barrel roll like a little kid going down a hill so the trailer wouldn't hit me. I couldn't pick myself up off the ground. The gentleman I passed stopped, grabbed his fire extinguisher, a driver for Hirschbach out of Monmouth, Illinois. Yeah, him, and he said he was a former paramedic in Chicago. I'm begging them to pour water on me. The gentleman that used to be a paramedic said, no, you're going to have some really, really bad nerve damage if you do that.
I'm still like, wow. You went through something so tough in 2020, but you've managed to still get up and keep pushing forward. That did not keep you from doing what you love, which is amazing and mad respect.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate it.
Well, that's an amazing story. Thank you, Ronnie, for that. And guys, stay tuned because I know we're going to be having more of Ronnie Link on the show. He had to think twice, and he did something very, very, I guess, smart, but he was brave.
Right. He was definitely brave, and that. It was. I wouldn't want to have been in his shoes, that's for sure.
No way. Glad no one else was hurt, and he's doing good. He's doing better, and he's still on the road for, continue to recover, but we're glad he's okay.
Yep. And let's go ahead and switch gears a bit, and let's talk about next week. So next week we have Matt and Joey, of course, and we're actually going to be having a special segment about pregnant women on the road. Now this one, Isela, you got to sit down and chat with an expert about this, and it's a lot of interesting information, so be sure to tune in for that.
It is. You really want to check it out. It's interesting.
Right. And of course, we have a new Bosscast episode that launches this week, so if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the Bosscast anywhere that you hear your podcast, Apple, Spotify, Google, and of course, make sure you've subscribed so that way you get the notifications when we post a new episode.
And don't forget about our Boss Box giveaway. Just make sure that you like, share, and guess what? We're going to be hooking you up.
That's right. Free stuff. It's super easy. All you have to do is join the Boss Nation Facebook group, and voila, you can watch our videos and enter to win. And then it's simple as that. We give you free stuff. It's a win-win.
Don't worry, because you're not going to miss out. It's a monthly giveaway that we do every month.
Right.
And we always have awesome stuff. You're going to like it. Like I said, Truck Boss Show is always here to hook you up.
Exactly. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, because we can't keep doing this without your guys' support. And Isela, why do we do this?
Because you're the boss.